mitigating the stress of daily life, because we're all under some stress and we all have our own struggle and we all have our own cross to bear in life. It's not easy for anyone. It's just difficult to different extents and difficult in different ways for people. And Buddha said something along the lines of life is suffering. And it's because Earth is almost like a school. So if we were existing as these super beings who could create our reality instantaneously and it was just all sunshine and rainbows, we wouldn't learn and evolve like you could if you undergo some challenges or obstacles. So it's through challenges and obstacles that allows us to grow and continually evolve. It's like playing a video game. And I always use this reference. It's like playing, let's say, Super Mario. You're not going to grow, and it's not going to be fulfilling and fun and worthwhile if all you do is leisurely walk to the right the whole time. What makes it fun and what makes it worthwhile is that you're constantly breaking through obstacles and constantly facing and defeating challenges. And that's how life is. And yeah, and we also see it with all the systems in place. All the systems in place on Earth right now are kind of disharmonious and they keep people down. So if you look at politics, religion, even science keeping people inside a box, the education system, everything constricts our possibility, constricts our potential. But it's through those limitations that we learn and grow so much. So with that in mind, we're all going to face some challenges, and it's going to come up mostly on a daily basis. Like even I face this too. Mr. Feeling Good, Feeling Great, I face this. Like I put out a video yesterday about it. So regarding this stuff, how to mitigate the stress of daily life, the most crucial thing is to be aware of how you're feeling. To establish that self-awareness, that mindfulness, because that's the basis of all change. You know, you have to be aware of the thoughts that are going through your brain. You have to be aware of the emotions you're feeling, because if you're not aware of it, then you're going to carry out behavior mindlessly. You're going to unknowingly perpetuate negative behavior, and you won't know where it's coming from. So this is where you get people that are really angry and they're unaware, so they're lashing out at their family and friends, and they're unaware of they're not able to observe that anger, and they're unaware of where it comes from. And the same goes for, you know, any sort of negativity. If you're being rude to people, it's coming from somewhere within you. So it's very important to see and objectively observe your thoughts and emotions. So when you feel a little off or disharmonious or negative, you're able to address that and mitigate that stressor. So you have to be proactive about it. And that is why I stress meditation so much. Anything that cultivates a sense of mindfulness regarding your thoughts and emotions, like I said before, that's the basis for which any change is made. So I can't stress that enough. Establish some sort of meditation routine, because mindfulness is so crucial. Alright, so that's the first part of this. And then your daily habits should be things that make you more capable of mitigating that stress. So things that make you better, that make you a more harmonious, healthy being. So this is things like diet, exercise, sleep, meditation, getting outside. Those are the foundational habits. So those are the things you should be doing on a daily basis to keep you operating well, to keep this mind-body computer fully functioning. Otherwise, if you neglect those things, then it's a slippery slope and things get negative, and that's where dis-ease comes up pretty quickly. Actually, not that quickly. It takes a while to manifest. But still, it's easy to slip in those bad habits, and you'll notice more negative emotions, more negative thoughts happening when you neglect those parts of yourself, when you neglect healthy routines and habits. And what do most people do about their daily stresses? So a lot of people in modern Western culture, they resort to two things. And this is a generalization because there's a lot of people with healthy outlets, but this is the traditional means that a lot of people use to mitigate their stress, and that is alcohol and TV. And those are unhealthy ways of dealing with your stress, because while alcohol is fine if you're having one or two drinks, I enjoy the taste of craft beer myself, but when you're using alcohol as a de-stressor or to forget about your problems, it's a numbing agent, and you can feel this. Whenever I drink alcohol, I feel more numb, my inspiration gets cut off. So it's a numbing agent. It dulls your senses, it shuts down the higher faculties of your brain. So it's an unhealthy numbing agent when used as a de-stressor. And then TV is even worse because that's a numbing agent as well, and it's a mild form of hypnosis and all that stuff. Television is called programming for a reason. So with that numbing effect and the hypnosis and programming, you're also getting the subliminal effects of whatever you're watching and the advertisement. So it's creating subconscious implants within your head, which are usually fear-based. So you're getting programmed in that way while being numb. So that's no bueno. So stay away from TV, whatever. Indulge in alcohol if you feel like it, if it's your birthday, celebrate. But just don't rely on it as a habit to de-stress, Don't get to the point where you have to drink 3 or 4 beers every night to de-stress yourself or to forget about your problems for the day, because that will not be to your greatest interest. And so what are the healthier ways of mitigating stress? These are like any forms of self-expression or anything that gets you out of your mind and into your body. So, and it's going to be different for everyone. Like self-expression, it could be things like, I like journaling. So journaling is a great form of self-expression. You get your emotions and your thoughts out on the page. So it gets it out of your head and onto a page. So along with getting it out, you're also able to objectively look at it because it's actually there for you to read. So that's one form of self-expression. And there are so many forms of self-expression. And this is up to you. See what you gravitate towards. See what resonates with you. Maybe it's painting. Maybe it's dancing. Maybe it's singing. It could be anything. Any form of self-expression. And I said dancing, so that's a segue to the next one, which is getting into your body. So it's very important to get out of your head and into your body. Follow your heart, but bring your head with you. Bring your mind with you. Once you get completely consumed here, that's when you get those circuitous thought loops and you get overthink things and you're in your ego and you're overanalyzing and all of that. So when the mind is the master, that's when you get all these fear-based problems and ego problems, and you're neglecting your body. So getting into your body, or you could exercise or do yoga, or dance is another good one. And also, like what I talked about in my previous video, the stick twirling. I don't even know what to call it. I'm going to do a video on it maybe tomorrow or the next day, but it's just like moving around twirling a stick. And I like to do it outside barefoot, so I'm grounding at the same time. And I'm going to do another video on grounding. That's another reminder. So anything that gets your body moving and gets you in tune with your body. So it's kind of grounding your consciousness into your body. Because especially in modern Western culture, we tend to be all up here while neglecting the rest of our physicality. And you're going to feel a lot better once you use your body and you're more in tune with it, because you'll be able to use your mental faculties as you should. You can't neglect your mind, but it's not going to be the slave driver for you. You're not going to be caught up in those thought loops and the worry and anxiety. So you're going to be like a wholly with, WHOLLY, a wholly functional being, because you're incorporating all aspects of yourself. When you're sitting on a computer not moving your body, you're all up here, and dysfunction can take place that way. And another point about moving the body is that stress and trauma and all kinds of stuff, it not only gets stored in the brain, but it also gets held in the body too. So when we're stressed, you could see this for yourself. When you're stressed, your body tenses up, right? When your mind is stressed, your body tenses up as well. So you're holding tension, you're holding things in your body. So it's so important to not only release them from your head, but from your body as well. And that's why massage is very therapeutic. That's why working out feels good. That's why dynamic type of meditations like Osho's dynamic meditation feels so good, because it's releasing things from your body, because we hold stuff in our bodies as well. We hold stress in our bodies. So don't neglect that. That's why, as much as I like journaling, I also like the kind of releases and the kind of de-stressors that use my body too. Because if I'm just journaling, I'm still in my head, and there's stuff in my body that I'm still holding on to. So yeah, do that. Be self-aware. Okay, we all go through stresses. We all have challenges that we're facing on a daily basis. So be aware. Be mindful of when you're feeling off. Be mindful of when you're feeling stressed, and then proactively deal with it and release and de-stress. You have to be proactive about it. Be aware and proactive. So do those forms of self-expression, and do those forms of getting into your body as well. So release from your body. All right, that's all I got now. Peace, much love, and one love, baby.